If you are an artist or a designer, this is the only source book that you will ever need for inspiration. Designa, Technical Secrets of the Traditional Visual Arts. Have you ever been captivated by a piece of Celtic art or wondered at a beautiful Islamic pattern? Have you ever stared at some patterned wallpaper and wanted to know how it was designed? Do you ever step back and think about the illusion of reality your senses create for you, or ponder the symmetries which surround you? Is there a golden secret, revealed by nature herself, which is common to all of the traditional arts? Packed with information and exquisite illustrations by more than 12 expert authors, Designa is the ultimate source book for visual artists and artists of every kind. Now this book is, well actually it's a few books combined into one. Book 1 is Celtic Pattern by Adam Tetlow. Book 2 is Islamic Design. Book 3 is Curves. Book 4 is Perspective. Book 5 is Symmetry. And Book 6 is the Golden Section. And as it says in what the editor says here, this book is a collection of 6 wooden books titles with appendices drawn from other relevant books in the series. Artists, craftsfolk and designers should all find some useful material here. And he's not wrong. So book 1, Celtic Pattern, the visual rhythms of the ancient mind. And it goes through showing you primordial symbols, a deep history of pattern. Measuring heaven and earth. The Neolithic roots of Celtic art. Celtic constructions, simple standing waves. Living lines. Totemic visions, compass caricatures of animal ancestors. So here these designs were drawn with a compass. I won't read out every single bit. I'll just give you an overview of what's in the book. These are assorted spiral centres. Unlocking key panels, the secrets of square spirals. A braided line, to weave or not. Woven labyrinths. There's some beautiful illustrations in here as well, as you can see. And lots of inspiration. Lots of knowledge being shared and technical know-how. Now this section is Islamic Design, a genius for geometry. And they show how to make all these beautiful patterns. And how this design here actually starts out like this. Very simple, all done with a compass. A compass and a line, a ruler or a straight edge. Calligraphy, the proportioned alphabet. Arabesque, the gardens of paradise. And again, this shows you how this design here has got all these underlayers. So you start off like this and you build up the design, and gradually you come up to this ornate design at the end. Book 3, Curves. Flowers, foliates and flourishes in the formal decorative arts. Seeds and Origins, the Mystery of Life. Spiral Mania, Vines and Spines. Ironwork, decorative and protective. I love ironwork. Learning from Leaves, Structure and Stylisation. I hope I'm tempting you to get this book, because as I say, it's just full of so much information, a lifetime of information. And you could just refer to this book over and over again, and each time you could find something different. Tiles, slide, drop and rotation. It says here, a tile unit need not be elaborate or complicated to produce an interesting pattern. For some tiles, a simple slide may be the only action required to generate a sophisticated design. Block printed repeats, compositional techniques, proving a pattern and refining the design. Arches and domes. The art of the book, illuminating the word. Pen and brush and flourishes, marbled papers. Book 4. Perspective and other optical illusions. About perspective. Some perspective basics. Perspective illusions, when equal things seem unbalanced. Shadows, reflections, mirages and projections. Light on the form. Impossible objects and a fable for the certain. I like this. Shepherd's elephant looks normal at first glance. Oops. But is it really okay? Why does the brain struggle so hard to make sense of it? It's strange, isn't it? How many legs has that elephant got? The cartooning mind. For example, here, this is a washerwoman and a pail, and a Mexican frying an egg. Making sense of the light. Seeing things differently. This here, the top row shows 3 species of flowers seen by the human eyes, and below this is flowers are seen by a bee in ultraviolet. So a bee sees much more detail than we can see with our human eye. Rainbows and moonbows. You never see a rainbow from the side. Looking at the world in a new way. Book 5, Symmetry, the Ordering Principle. There's some very pleasing images in this section as well. Radial, centered symmetries. Sections and skeletons, the internal symmetries of plants and animals. The symmetry of moving creatures. Spirals and fabulous Fibonacci. Branching systems. Fascinating fractals. A passion for pattern. The perennial appeal of repeating designs. Book 6. The golden section, nature's greatest secret. Ratio, means and proportions. Plato's divided line. All creatures a divine symphony of life. All that glisters is not gold. And appendices and index. And here there's a lot more information. Ancient European rock art, ancient British rock art, mazes, labyrinths, braids, knots and plaits, and how to make them, weaves, useful grids for Celtic art, here and here, Celtic spirals, Celtic keys, Celtic knots, etc, etc. Then about ceramics and glass, artist pigments, artist's media, useful recipes, charcoal, animal glue, paper, ink, soap, dyes. Useful subgrids, braided borders, calyx elements, classical curvy borders, mathematical curves, symmetry groups, mineral and vegetable lie patterns, animal lie patterns, Taj Mahal golden geometry, and as you can see, it just goes on and on. Human proportion, the human head, measured drawing, painting grids, designers, rectangles. So I hope in this book you found something, and maybe go and seek it out, because I think this is the only book I will need, design book I'll need for inspiration. And I can use it as a catalyst to find out more information or go in more depth with particular subjects. But anyway, hope you liked it.